There's a growing concern over the number of Idahoans who commit suicide during the holidays. Local News 8 reporter Febin Kasahun spoke to someone who had those thoughts and almost went through with it. Febin?
Carol, there are plenty of outreach centers around eastern Idaho, and Heidi McCann made use of those while she was contemplating suicide. Now she's giving back to her community. The holidays can be tough on some people. Everyone's in a cheery mood, and some are exhausted and have a lot going on. Sometimes people become depressed and turn to things like drugs or suicide. According to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Idaho is ranked top 10 in the nation. Neighboring states are also in the top 10, and Idaho sits at number 6. Within the state, it's the second leading cause of death for ages 10 to 44. Brenda Price works for the Behavioral Health Crisis Center in Idaho Falls. She says it's very common for people around this time of year to experience seasonal affective disorder.
Sometimes that's a full day of help, sometimes that's just a couple hours getting a resource list of where they can go for counseling.
On average, Price says the 24-hour crisis treatment center receives 11 clients a day.
Sometimes they just need to tell their story and they need to be understood that those feelings they're experiencing are normal. Anything that you feel is valid. No one should tell you otherwise.
Suicide survivor Heidi McCann says she suffers from depression and anxiety. She says she attempted suicide 2 times.
I'm actually still going through the road. A couple times that I have gotten down that low. I actually do not remember the day of doing it.
After receiving help from the crisis center, McCann later became a volunteer for the Center for Hope. She's using this to help give back.
It was a good thing for me to come over here and start to volunteer and to tell my story more and be there for people.
Now, McCann says she still has some suicidal thoughts from time to time, but she says volunteering at the center helps her talk to people. And the center has been open for a little over a month, and since then they've had over 400 clients.
In a month?
Yep.
That's really good, Febin. We obviously had a need. Thank you very much. So the difference between the 2 outreach centers again is?
Well, the Center for Hope does a little more of the therapeutic and pure approach, and the service is entirely free, whereas the Crisis Center is actually a treatment center and is available 24/7.
All right, very good. If you'd like more information on other outreach centers that we have in eastern Idaho and to find phone numbers for those centers, go to our website. We have it there for you, localnews8.com.